Hello, 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 and welcome to the tea, everyone. How are you doing today? Oh my goodness, it's a fabulous, fabulous day here at Mill Spouse Conversations. I'm Sybil, your host, and we just gonna chit chat with you. We got a lot to talk about today. A lot, a lot, don't we, Grace girl? Don't
We
we?
do. We do.
Girl. First, I want to start out by saying I just got home. I made it by the chin of my what is that? By the hair of my chinny chin chin.
Uh-huh.
That's what children's
Three Little
story is that?
Pigs.
Three Little Pigs. Yes, girl, I made it by the hair of my chinny chin chin. But how's life been treating you, Grace?
Good. I feel like it's just the days have just been flying by. But yeah. It's going.
It's interesting because I'm like, man, it's already February.
Yeah, the middle of February at that. Like, it's crazy. Valentine's is in a couple days. That marks like halfway through, and then on to March.
Are you doing anything for Valentine's Day?
I don't know. My husband keeps asking me, and I'm like, I don't know. I'm not feeling it this year. I'm just like, whatever. You know?
You're not feeling it?
Nah. I mean, I'll do something for my girls, of course. Like, I'll put a little basket together for them, and they'll have a Valentine's party at school. But for me and my husband, I'm like, hey, whatever.
Well, look, I'm gonna tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
I was a little salty. I usually don't do anything for Valentine's Day. Okay, I will admit it. I just don't. But this year I planned to do something nice for my husband for Valentine's Day. Well, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna work out a little surprise for him. I got the surprise.
You
He
got
had,
the surprise.
he had to travel. So now I'm like, well, dang,
Yeah. It's the
what
thought
am
that
I gonna
counts.
do with your gift? Now I gotta figure out what to do with his Valentine's Day gift.
Just wait till he gets back.
Well, I probably
Give it to
should
him
just go with
early.
it. He's already gone.
Oh, just kidding. But maybe next year.
Like, sorry, babe. But I enjoyed those chocolate covered strawberries
There you go.
and all the other gifts. The other gifts, I can put those to the side. He can enjoy those later. He can enjoy it later.
Mm-hmm.
But Grace, I want to do a hot topic.
All right, let's do
I know
hot
we
topic.
brought that in our first episode. The what?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're gonna bring it to this episode, but we're gonna bring it to the beginning of the episode.
Sounds good.
Something that we have seen floating around in the news and cyberland, and it is that D word.
Mm-hmm. Diversity.
Diversity. Yeah. Tell me
Oh, you froze.
your thoughts on diversity.
Oh, there we go. You're back. You're back. You're good.
Okay.
I was slightly delayed, but my thoughts on diversity.
Wi-Fi, don't act up on me now. Wi-Fi's like, we don't have this. We're going to talk about this.
Right.
So, diversity.
Am I talking about what it means? What I think about it? What's
both. What it means and what you think about it, and
okay.
Is it important to
so when I hear the word diversity, I right away think about people of different cultures, different backgrounds, different experiences, different looks, different attitudes, different perspectives, just basically a collection of people who are all different. In many different ways. And I know when you hear diversity, like the first thing is race, right? Like that's usually the first thing that pops in your head. But I think there's a lot, a deeper meaning to diversity than just race. Like, yes, we're different races, we're different, in that aspect. But like the culture deep down is where your roots come from. And that also affects like your perspective on life, your traditions, your the way you were brought up, things that you do in your daily life. And that is truly where the diversity comes from, right? The way you operate differently than other people. And I think diversity is a really good thing to have in all places, workplaces, social groups, online, in person, everything, because without that, how do you cultivate like creativity? How do you bring anything if everyone is the same? Think about, like, if everybody was the same culture, the same race, the same perspective, the same all of these things, like, you'd be robots and you have the same automatic thing over and over and over again, right? But with diversity, like, you just bring so much to the table with that.
Yes, because I look at diversity, it makes the world a better place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's okay to recognize differences. Because
Mm-hmm.
right now, when I hear people talk about diversity, it's, oh, well, we don't need to bring diversity, or, oh, I'm gonna just go ahead and say it with the DEI, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, oh, well, why do you want to be hired because you're Black? No, one, that's not
Mm-hmm.
even what DEI is. It's
Mm-hmm.
looking at other people who do
Mm-hmm.
not look like you, who do not have the same life experiences as you, and giving them opportunities to be heard and
Right.
seen.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
And I know people think, oh, well, when we talk about diversity, it's to divide us. I'm like,
Right.
no, as you said, it brings so
Mm-hmm.
many new ideas.
Mm-hmm.
It
Mm-hmm.
enhances all of our lives.
Right.
Just right here with me and Grace,
Mm-hmm.
right? Diversity across our race, our age,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
our life experiences overall.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you, I have learned a lot from Grace, and Grace is younger than, and I'm always younger. Great. but I learn something new every time I talk to Grace. I could choose to be closed-minded and say, I'm not going to talk to Grace because she's young, or because she has young kids, or because she doesn't look like me.
Mm-hmm.
But guess who's suffering? Me. I'm missing out on a lot. So I'll say diversity is important.
Yeah,
Makes the world a
absolutely.
better place.
Mm-hmm. I think, like you said, like, the biggest thing is, I think people take almost like an offense or a defensive approach to diversity, because they do, like you said, think that it brings one race or one culture down compared to another, when it doesn't. I mean, it just brings us all to an equal level, right? Like, we're all able to come together. So yeah, I just don't be defensive. Like, just embrace it, right? Like, you can learn so much from other people. Um, yeah.
Yeah, and even different perspectives. It's diversity,
Mm-hmm.
and go in open-minded.
Right.
I talk to people every day that I disagree with,
Mm-hmm.
but when we sit down and have an open and honest conversation, my eyes are often open to things
Mm-hmm.
that I never thought about. Right? I'm like, oh, okay. I still may not agree, but
Mm-hmm.
I understand their viewpoint.
Right.
And there have been things that, oh, okay, you know what? Now that I hear it from you, and you're sharing your experience with me,
Mm-hmm.
I now understand.
Right. Yep.
So don't shy away from diversity. Embrace it.
Yep.
All right, folks. Also, we want to give a shout out to our sponsor, USAA. Go right ahead right now. Scan that QR code. Can you see the QR code? Can y'all see me pointing to it? Probably not, because I feel like I'm pointing
Like,
to
it's like
myself.
straight in the center. Right there.
Where is it at? Right there. Scan the QR code. Go check out all the military spouse resources that USA has to offer, and their perks for discounts, y'all. And if you are not a USA member yet, that QR code will help you get registered, or you can sign up, get to getting, and use those perks to save yourself some money. Just saying.
You mean to tell me there ain't no way? You mean to tell me there ain't no way?
Oh,
I think
wait
we
a
gotta
minute.
fix that intro.
I'm like, oh, let me take myself off the screen.
Okay. Okay, guys, for today's There Ain't No Way, I don't have anything to show you, but I'm going to tell you that Sam's Club right now, if you have one, has tons of meat on sale. They had a big shipment come in and it didn't go in time, and it's all across the board. I've seen people posting it all over the country, but their beef, their pork, all kinds of steaks, everything is on sale. I got things from like $2 a pound to $4 a pound. So go check out your Sam's Club, save you some money. Remember, you can always freeze your food, freeze your meats, freeze your produce, freeze all your stuff so you're not wasting. You can use them later on when you need them. So that's my There Ain't No Way for today.
Grace, you said the word freeze. You will be so proud of me. I went shopping last week and I bought meat and it's in the freezer.
Yay!
So I don't have to go to the store every day. I'm that
Yes.
shocker.
Stock up your freezer, guys. It's the easiest way to just like pull things out. Pull it in the morning. Even if you don't know what you're going to make, pull it out in the morning and then you'll have something to make for dinner.
Ooh. And talking about dinner, Grace, this is your topic. So I'm going to let you go ahead and kick it off.
All right, guys. So our question for the tea today is to appetizer or not to appetizer. And this is a big one for me because I grew up in a water only, no appetizer unless the parents wanted it, no dessert family. So when we went to restaurants, you got water, you got your entree, and you're done. Like that was us going out to eat. Don't ask for dessert, don't ask for nothing. That's what you get. So I'm very curious to our viewers, to appetizer, not to appetizer, drinks to not to drinks, dessert not to dessert. Sybil's chewing.
I'm sorry, folks. I was hungry. I had to get something to eat. We had a road show. Our detailers for supply quarters here in Bahrain. And so I had to grab me some cookies on the way out. Didn't get to eat the meatballs and stuff. I was like, man, I'm hungry, but I gotta go. Well, I will say we are an appetizer family. I'm sometimes against it because people in my family cannot agree on one appetizer. So it's, well, 2 of 3 of my girls are away in college now, but it seems like everyone orders their own individual appetizer. And I'm like, what are we doing? No.
That's funny.
No, that's not funny. That's not funny. No, it's not.
It is funny because like it's like ordering 2 meals at that point. It's funny. It's funny to me. But like now, so like I grew up that way and my husband grew up that way. And so now like we're super lenient. Like whatever, we'll get drinks, we'll get appetizers, desserts. Drinks are like 50-50. My kids are little, so I'd rather have them just drink water with their meal. But depending on where we're at, maybe they can get something. But we just get one appetizer. And we always usually go for like something that has like a mixed variety. Unless we're all in the mood for like the same thing, then of course we'll get that. Otherwise, we'll just do like a variety. But like my kids are little, so it's mostly me and my husband, and my kids will pick at it. But growing up without that option, we now have that option. Perks of being an adult.
True. But now I will tell you this, water here in Bahrain is not free. You are not ordering a glass of water. When we first arrived, I said, okay, folks, just everyone get a glass of water and we'll figure drinks out later. Well, little did I know, because they're like, do you want a small or a large? So that time it was 4 of us because my middle daughter moved here with us, right? So it's my middle and youngest daughter, my husband, and myself. So we're like, oh, give us a large water. We're thinking 4 large cups of water, and that is going to be free. No. 4 large bottles of water. But it can cost anywhere between 3 to 5 BD, which is anywhere between $7 to $10. And so
Wow.
I was like, oh, no. So, folks, if you come to Bahrain, water at a restaurant, they're talking about a bottle of water and they will charge you for it.
See, and like for us, the water's not like necessarily about the free thing, but like I don't want to get full on like a sugary drink or a bubbly drink or a like I get full really fast if I drink like a soda or a tea or something. So if I just drink water, like I can actually finish my meal. So that's a big thing too.
Okay, wait a minute, Grace. How fast are you drinking your beverage before you get your food?
Very slowly, but I'm telling you, like the carbonation, the bubbles in drinks make me so full. Like it makes me full. So I just drink water. I drink water all day long.
Me too.
Oh, you're half empty one. That's funny.
I have bottles of water everywhere. Hydrate. But as a kid, we didn't order appetizers.
No.
Or dessert. Yeah, it was the same. I didn't have appetizers or dessert as a kid. And now with desserts, I'm sorry, I'm looking over here at my screen. With desserts now, we'll usually order one dessert and everyone will split it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what we do too. Or if we're like planning ahead, like, oh, we want dessert, then maybe we'll like go do something and then get like an ice cream on the way home or something later on, like at a shop. Because I also don't feel like restaurants have good variety of desserts. Like it's always the same basic like chocolate cake, whatever. And I'm not a big chocolate fan too. That's another thing. But it's always the same basic desserts, and I'd rather like go somewhere that has lots of desserts that you could choose from or whatever, something different. And it also extends the night and something else to do. So
See, girl, because look, one, to respond to Nishita's response about the glass bottle of water, I can go downstairs to my bedroom and grab like 3 glass bottles of water because when we go out to eat, if they are the glass bottles of water, I don't leave them. I take my water with me. Shoot, I paid for it. And so right now, because my husband's gone, and don't tell him, but since he's been out of town, I've gone out to eat a few times.
that's funny.
And so I have like 3 glass bottles of water. They're on his nightstand. And I'll finish them before he returns. Be all right. Dear, if you just so happen to watch this, I love you. But for dessert, like after dinner, after we eat, I'm ready to go home and go to bed. I don't want to go anywhere else. I'm like, okay, we ate. Let's go home.
Well, you have older children, so you guys are probably going later than we are. And also, we don't really go during the week. It's always like a Friday or Saturday or Sunday. like weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Because during the week we're just tired and busy.
Yeah, during the week, we usually eat out on the weekend,
Mhm.
Friday and Saturday.
Mhm.
Thursday night, because Thursday starts our weekend here in
Right.
Bahrain.
Mhm.
Friday, I'm brunching. I'm at brunch on Friday. Saturday, I'm recuperating from brunch. So
There you go.
Julie said, or soldiers, what I said, sorry, it's soldiers like crazy life. I just know who owns Soldiers Life. They go early, avoid the crowds.
Yeah. I don't like when
Yeah.
it's crowded either. What about, okay, this is a follow-up question on like the whole eating out thing, but like breakfast. My girls, my oldest, always wants to go out for breakfast. And it drives me crazy because I'm like, I can make you pancakes here. I can make you eggs here. I can make you everything that is on that breakfast menu here quickly and easily. I don't know why. It just drives me crazy because I'm very big of like, if we're going out because I don't want to make those foods, or two, like it's just a lot of effort. And so breakfast, I'm like, eat at home. My husband is like that too. He likes eating out breakfast, and so does my oldest, and so they're like team breakfast. My other daughter and I are like, meh. We'd rather go out to eat for lunch or dinner.
Well, so breakfast. I'm not up at breakfast. Like by the time I'm up and moving, it's dinner time. But again, I do have older kids.
Right.
Well, I only have one left at home, but yeah, we have gone to a little coffee shop. There's 2 little coffee shops down the street that we go to for breakfast, and they're really good. But if my husband wants to go, then I'll go at about.
Right.
We'll compromise at 9:30.
Okay.
But I'm usually not leaving my house to go anywhere before noon. And that's only on Fridays to brunch.
That's funny.
Just saying. I'm just saying.
That's funny to me because like by the time noon comes around, like all my list is almost done. Like everything that I need to do is almost done. Or there's a couple things left that like I couldn't get to, or that are like afternoon things. But like I always say, so my sister-in-law FaceTimes me usually like towards the afternoon or later in the morning, and she'll be like, "What are you doing today?" And I'm like, "Girl, my list is done. Like the day's over. What are you talking?" She just got up and she's just starting her day. I'm like, "No, but I'm an early bird, and so is my youngest." And so I just, as soon as I get up, I'm going. Morning, early afternoon, like that's my go time. Once like it's 3 p.m., I'm on the down. Like I'm done with my day.
What time do you get up in the morning?
Like 5:30. 5:30. Yeah, about 5:30. And I'm usually like up, toothbrushed, face washed, everything by like 6:15. So then like the list starts. Do my Bible reading, prep breakfast, lunches, laundry, grocery shop, whatever has to get done gets done, because my productive hours are in the morning. And so going out to breakfast just throws a wrench in it, because I'm like, no, I can make breakfast here and I can continue with my list. Going out to breakfast is just gonna take my whole morning hours.
You're like, no. Now, I will say when we were in the US, I started my day earlier. But here in Bahrain, my work day is a little weird because I'll get up. So, like with my husband on travel right now, I'll take my daughter to school because she doesn't like to ride the bus. So I'll give her a ride to school, but then I'll come back and go back to bed because I will work. So, like right now, it's 8 p.m. here. So I'll work until 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
I see.
because I try to balance East Coast time and Bahrain time.
Right.
So I'm not really getting started too
Yeah.
early.
That makes sense.
But your face, well, even when I was in the US, 5:30.
I was going
Look,
to say, what about when you're in the US? What does that look like?
7. Because, I used to go live
Yeah.
every morning at 7 a.m. So I was up, ready to go. But can I be honest? Yeah, I know my hair wasn't combed because I still had my hair on when I would go live, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you remember, I usually had a little bit of slobber sometimes, so I had not washed my face nor brushed my teeth. I was just talking like, hey,
Just
y'all.
up and talking. See, me, like, as soon as my eyes open, like, I check my Bible app and I read my verse of the day. I check the weather so I know how I'm supposed to be dressing. I get up, wash my face, brush my teeth, brush out my hair, go to the bathroom, and then I'm ready to go. Shower, whatever it is. Just get myself ready and then we're going. I cannot lay in bed. Laying in bed after I'm awake drives me crazy. I can't fall back to sleep. You'll never catch me going back to bed after I already woke up. Like, it won't happen.
I'm going back to sleep because even now here, my husband, because Fridays, right? If he's not at work on a Friday, because Friday's the weekend here, but he still goes to work sometimes. He runs. I'm like, okay, you going for a jog? He's like, yeah. I'm like, all right, I'm taking my morning nap. So I'll wake up at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., 9 a.m. Okay, you're going for your morning jog. All right. And then I take a morning nap to wake up at about 1.
Wow. I want to know what to do with myself.
Hey, just saying. Oh, wait, what did Nishita say? Or Nye Cruz. I keep calling these people by their name because I know the name. One of my favorite things about being retired is begging my husband to go to breakfast almost every morning. Oh, see. You're like, let's go to breakfast. Let's go. But why are you up so doggone early to go to breakfast? That's the question. All right, we're going to go to our next segment.
Know the signs. Save a life. Watch Stroke Talks.
All right. And for Stroke Talks, stroke is the 3rd leading cause of death in women. So, ladies, let's get this under control. Make sure you are keeping a check on your blood pressure, your cholesterol, and stress is a cause of stroke. So find some things to help you de-stress. Okay? Know the signs, save a life. And that is Stroke Talks for today. Oh, I got to bring Grace back. Little friend.
I'm back.
All right, I want you to talk about something that is happening. If I can find, I'm looking for it because I have it. I thought I had it pulled up. We're going to go to this promo and then we'll come back for you to talk about. You know what I'm talking about,
Yes.
right? Okay. Y'all know. Oh, wrong. Y'all know y'all like that beat, right? And we're going to bring that beat and that energy to you in DC. But before DC, we do have something else for you. Go ahead, Grace. Tell them about it. Why I find the graphic, because I can't see. Let me get my glasses. I
She
can't.
took glasses on to see. So some people wear glasses, some people don't, and that brings uniqueness, which is actually what our virtual hour is going to be about on March 8th. I think I have that date right. I need the flyer. I need the flyer. Okay, so you're going to click this QR code right there, and you're going to sign up. You're going to register for the event, Quirky and Unique. And we're going to talk about our unique differences and our quirkiness in our lives that makes us our own person, and how we can relate to others, because sometimes we feel so alone in our unique and quirkiness that we don't realize that other people are like that too, and that actually bonds us together in making friendships. So we're going to talk about that. So make sure you register so you can join our virtual event and the conversation.
And it's all led by the fabulous Grace Roma. And hey, y'all, if you can't tell, we a little quirky and unique.
Just a little bit.
Hey, what you see is what you get.
That's right.
And that's what I love most about what we're building here.
Absolutely.
There's no fluff. It is what it is. This is who we are.
That's right.
Girl. All right. Before we go into our final segment, do you have any other questions for me or for our audience about Appetizer?
No, I don't think so. Just drop your comments and let us know if you're an Appetizer or no Appetizer family.
Yeah. And you can comment, even if you're watching this as a recorded session, we'll come back and talk to you. We like to
we'll
talk.
still see your comments.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready? And
I'm ready.
This one is you too, Grace.
This is me. I'll do the whole show. No, I'm just kidding. This one is, yes, the Real Military Spouse Tea. I'm excited about this one. It's a bit of a hot topic too, I think, depending on people's opinions. Do we have the question? Is the question on the banner?
Oh, my bad. Let me just hide behind the ladies.
Let me disappear real quick.
No, you go ahead.
Okay, so the Real Military Spouse Tea today, our topic is, we all know that there are military spouse groups. And in those military spouse groups, we see posts that say, hey, I'm throwing a birthday party for my 3 or 4 or 5-year-old child. We have no friends. Do you want to come over? Okay, I want to know what your opinion is on that, because to me, it's a little nerve-wracking. I don't know that I'd want a bunch of strangers to be at my child's birthday party. Now, that's my personal opinion. I also understand the perspective that you are far away from your family and your friends, and you don't have anybody, and you want to make friendships and all those things. But in my head, you make those friendships ahead of time, and then you invite them. Strangers on the internet is what it comes down to, and that's not my vibe. So what do y'all think? Tell me all your opinions. Sybil, where do you stand on this topic? This is the real tea, so let's hear it.
Well, to start off, I don't want a bunch of kids in my house anyway, even if I know them. I was not that mom who had a bunch of kids at my house. I was like, oh, a lot of kids. Oh, but no, I wouldn't do it. And when my girls were younger, I didn't do it, and I didn't attend any parties like that. Either. Like I had to at least interact with them. Did I freeze again?
Yes. You did. Okay, you're back now.
Because I just saw something pop up that my internet connection was lost.
Yeah.
But okay, so I don't know what you heard me say. What was
That
the
you
last thing
didn't
you
go
heard?
to those parties either when your kids were little.
Yeah, no, I had to know the parents somewhat.
Right.
I had to at least have said hello, like
Right.
in passing, taking the kids to school or on the playground, because it's just a little weird to me to go to a complete stranger's house with my kids. Now, I will admit, I did go to some parties as an adult. And I didn't know the person, but to take my kids, and then you just have a bunch of little kids running around and parent, like, no, that was not my thing.
Yeah.
I'm not judging. If you do it,
Yeah.
that's cool. That's cool. That's you. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm the same way. Like, no judgment. Like, if that's the way you roll, that's cool. Like, more power to you. Just me personally, I wouldn't feel comfortable with it. Both inviting people that I don't know or going to someone's house that I don't know. Like, just too many unknown factors for me. But Soldier's Wife Crazy Life had a really good idea about taking the kids to the park, and then she also mentioned bringing cupcakes, and you can offer those if you really wanted to like embrace the party aspect of it. I think that's an awesome idea. And that I feel more comfortable with, right? Like, everybody's strangers at a park, but like it's an open space. You can see everything that's happening. You can hear everything that's happening. Everyone's kind of doing their own thing. All the parents are still watching their kids. I think about a situation where, like, okay, say I did do this and I invited these people. Like, what if they don't watch their kids and their kids like running around my house, messing with things they shouldn't be messing with, Like, you just never know.
Sorry, my child. Look,
It's all good.
my child just walked in. I'm like,
but yeah, I'm really curious on viewers. Like, either way, like, are you someone who has invited people and they came over? Like, can I hear how that went? Like, I'm genuinely curious. Like, let us know. I want to know like how these things play out, because I've never done them before. So I want to hear your perspective.
yeah, and to your point of, bringing other people's kids that you don't know, and are they monitoring their kids while they're in your house?
Mm-hmm.
Or
Yeah.
is that child breaking things?
Mm-hmm.
And I, for myself as well, when my girls were younger, I needed there to be some type of relationship between myself and the other parent when their child came to my home, because I have rules for my house.
Right.
So I want the visiting parent and child to understand, okay, if jumping on the couch is okay at your house, it's not okay at my home.
Mm-hmm.
And if I correct your child,
yes.
I mean, I really wouldn't care if you cared if I corrected your kid or not, but I don't want any drama.
Right. Absolutely. I agree.
Yeah, but then too, the park, I could do the park and having strangers in my house. And it's on the internet. As you said, you're posting it on the internet to come to my house.
Yes. I think
Maybe.
the issue is it has become a norm that, like, just because it's military community that it's safe. And I think that's something we need to like back out of, because we're all just people. Like it's the same thing. Like, we're male spouse conversations. Yes, we're military spouses, but we're people, right? Like, we're just genuine people. Same thing on the internet. Like, yes, they may be military spouses or active duty people, but they're just people, and you don't know their intentions. You don't know their habits or their ways or anything. Like, they are just people with a specific job. Like, we got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, because I do think there's this misconception that, because we're all military families, that everyone has the same values. Everyone, there is no criminal activity. Like, you know, we think, like, you want to believe it. You
Right.
want to believe it, but at the same time,
Mhm.
I don't.
Yeah. It's a false
Yeah.
sense of security that has grown in this community. And I think it's just be careful, I think is the biggest message. Just be careful.
Yeah. And also in those groups, you don't really know who you're talking to.
Exactly. You don't know who's posing as who, you know. I mean, sure, you have to answer some security questions to get in a group, but I mean, how easy is it to figure out what those answers you need to have are, you know? You never know.
I will say this. So when we were in San Diego and they had, you know, different groups for neighborhoods. Okay. I answered the question. We had to tell our street, the street that we lived on. I gave them my street name. They allowed me in the group, but apparently I wasn't supposed to be in that group because I didn't live in that particular
Your street didn't
neighborhood.
fall in the neighborhood, yeah. But you're still in the group.
Yep. I mean, I didn't lie. I was just like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
let me see what's going on over here.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, you can also just drive around the neighborhood. Like,
yeah, and pick a street. That's what I'm saying. Like the answers, I understand like what they're trying to do, but again, we're all just people. They can only have a certain amount of like checking things, fact checking, and there's only going to be a certain amount of security, you know?
and the people running the groups are other military spouses, which, and I'm going to say this because I've seen people make posts in different groups about, oh, well, I need to talk to the admin about this, yada, yada. That group was created by someone who just wanted to start a group.
Mm-hmm.
It's not military.
Yes,
run.
there's no authority ran over that.
Yeah. I mean, like, we have a group, Mill Spouse Conversations has a group. Who runs the group?
Yeah.
Us.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, oh, well, the rule, guess what? We can make the rules whatever we want it to be. I can change it 50 times a day if I choose to. Why? Because it's my group.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are not in Mill Spouse Conversations Facebook group, you need to come on over there. We're not talking. Look, I'll just be real, and then we're going to wrap this up. We're not talking about the best PCS tips or how to get through a deployment. We are just having real life conversations. And for the folks that are in the group, and if you decide to join the group, you know what? You can post in the group. There is an approval process to ensure you're not trying to promote your business, because that's not what Mill Spouse Conversations is about. But you can, if you want to talk about water, talk about water. If you want to talk about okay, this is something my husband left in my office. Some cream and onion, gluten-free, popped lotus seeds.
Wow. Okay.
If you want to talk about that, we do try to stay on topic of what our show, because Mill Spouse Conversations is about the tea and about the conversation.
Yes.
Virtual events. And I'm going to have Grace take us out with as a reminder to everyone.
Scan the QR code, register for the conversation, our virtual event, March 8th, talking about quirky and unique. Yeah, sign up quickly. I'm excited.
Sign up quickly. Sign up. And as we leave, everyone, give us some hearts, some thumbs up, and say thank you to USAA for coming back, supporting Mill Spouse Conversations, because without USAA, there would be no Mill Spouse Conversations.
That's right.
Real relatable conversations. And to our Buy Me a Coffee supporters, I almost forgot that. Thank you. And if you would like to be a Buy Me a Coffee supporter, am I pointing in the right spot? Just scan that QR code right there and support the tea. Keep it high. You know, $2, $5, $50, $100. We'll take anything. Just saying.
That's right.
All right, folks. Have a good night. Thank you, Grace. Lovely. I'm gonna go eat now
Go
because
have
that
dinner.
cookie didn't fill me up.
I'm gonna go finish my to-do list.
Oh yeah, girl. Look, can I send you my to-do list?
Oh no, I can't do that. Sorry.
My to-do list is go to bed.
There you go.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.